The newly elected members of the House of Representatives are up on Capitol Hill today. They call it freshman orientation, traditional. They get a crash course in all things Washington. And among the class of 2020, the most women ever. A total of 140 women now in the House and the Senate. That includes 35 Republican women. Another record after a sharp drop in GOP women elected back in the midterms. So what's changed? CNBC's Elon Moy on the cultural movement behind the shift.
Nancy Mace is used to defying expectations. She went from dropping out of high school to working at a Waffle House to becoming the first woman ever to graduate from the Citadel, the military college. Now she's breaking yet another barrier, the first Republican woman that South Carolina has ever elected to Congress.
In the political climate that we have today, people don't want BS. They want to be told the truth, and they want authenticity. They want somebody who's going to be real.
She's got plenty of company. GOP leaders predict this freshman class will double their numbers of female lawmakers.
Many have already dubbed this year the year of the Republican woman, and it couldn't be truer from that statement. Every Democrat incumbent who lost either lost to a woman, minority, or a veteran.
Of course, Democrats are celebrating the first female vice president, Kamala Harris. And back in 2018, they made history by voting for the most diverse group of representatives ever, including 106 women. Republicans took note.
I think that energized and mobilized Republican women around the country. I think they were inspired in some ways by the success of Democratic women. And I think you saw some outside activism on the Republican side.
And so from the farm.
And I absolutely intend to request to be on the Agriculture Committee because it is such an important part of the 7th District.
To the minivan.
That thing is a tank. I'll just say, I totaled up my mileage. It was over 60,000 miles that I put on the van during the campaign from start to finish.
Republican women flipped 8 House seats from blue to red, shrinking the Democrats' majority in Congress. And Mace says, signaling a new era for the grand old party.
If we want to have representation, if we want a seat at the political table, then we have to run. And doing it this year is amazing, and I'm honored to be a part of history. But we have to do it again in 2 years.
Now, the numbers this cycle are still in flux, Shep. There are 16 House and Senate races that NBC has not yet called or that are headed for runoffs.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.